Hey guys, today's on Schizophrenia and God, Schizophrenia and God. But before we get to this, please allow my brief prelude. As you know, I conveniently recorded it for our mutual comfort, our mutual convenience, and our mutual luxury. And hey, listen, I'm no spring chicken. I'm not. I know I get it all the time. People come up to me, spring chicken, all the time. I said, no, I'm not a spring chicken. I've been around a few preludes in my many years. And I'm telling you, this prelude, it's got something that's particularly luxurious. Like an ever luxurious trip to the markets.
Hello there, my name is Robert Francis. You've stumbled on my Unconquering Schizophrenia YouTube channel, where me and the bird...
Oh, the bird's on vacation, so I can bring you book 5.
This is the cut of my jib right here for reasons of my medical confidentiality.
Who is who, by the way?
I'm a licensed clinical social worker times 15 years. That's a lot of gabbing and chatting.
Who was who? I don't know.
Been diagnosed with schizophrenia for a score 5 and 1. And that puts a little gray fleck in my beard.
Oh, I need a shave.
Thank you for joining me on my channel.
Now to topic. Well, I've come to realize psychosis can always be explained and solved according to the concept of God. I'm not saying I believe in God. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't believe in God. But what I am saying is psychosis can be explained by the concept of God. And psychosis can also be solved by the concept of God. I'm not saying God intervening. I'm saying the concept of God can explain psychosis, and it can also solve psychosis. Sometimes when I'm psychotic, I have God ideation, and I can always think, well, that was a God experience. That was strange. When I'm psychotic, oh, that was a God experience. That was a God experience. And when I'm psychotic, I have God experiences frequently. But at the end of the day, when I retreat and look back at my psychosis, I could always say, that was God. And I can also say, to solve the problem, I can say, oh, that was God as well. The God concept can solve psychosis and explain psychosis. And if you live with schizophrenia, you probably know pretty well what I'm talking about. Again, I'm not saying I believe in God or I disbelieve in God. I'm not saying that. I'm saying psychosis can be explained by the concept of God and solved by the concept of God. So if you're ever in a position of last resort, you can always go, oh, God. And that solves the problem, and psychosis can diminish or go away sometimes, and that's luxurious, like a trip to the market. There's so many choices at the market. Like 5,000 different food choices. People walk around in a daze in the supermarket because there's so many choices to make. All right, guys, enjoy a trip to the market. We'll see you next time.